Okay, I want to draw that part quiz for you. So we'll start out, we're going to draw a line, and we'll draw it on this plane right here, on the front plane. So we'll go to the front here. Okay, and we're going to draw a line here out this way. Okay, and we'll just leave that like it is. And then we're going to draw a circle. Now that one we're going to draw this way. And we'll draw another circle. And we'll draw another line. And then we'll just do some trimming here. Okay. Then we'll start dimensioning this. Now that needs to be 3.9375. This one needs to be 3.75. The distance from this center to this center this way is 1.8231. I'll show you in a minute how to get those to show up as the number we want to see there. Okay, now we've only got one more thing to do. On these dimensions, if you click those, expand this out a little bit here. Note right here, you can change the precision. That one actually can stay at 2. I think notice the dimensions right here, so it'll tell you 4 decimal places on this one. Okay, and note we've still got one piece here that's not quite right. So this thing can actually move up or down. So we'll do a smart dimension on this line to that center point, 0. And now it's defined. Well, let's see, we still have to draw a line. And we'll go from this line to this line. 3.3125. So here's where I was saying you could just go ahead and pick that and it'll show up like you want it. Okay, so then we'll go trim. Okay. And that's the end of that sketch. Okay, so I guess you could go ahead and do this. If you chose to, you could go ahead and draw a line across here. Except for I think I just got a line, didn't want it, but I'll just extend that out. Okay, so and now that, and actually then let's draw some more line work here. I don't know how high this goes up, but we'll just put it up something like that. Now dimension from here to there. That number is 0.114. The thickness of that is 0.4269. And we'll go there and get that one up to 3. Okay. And let's see, we need to put a diameter dimension on there, don't we? Let's see, from the center point to this line. No, we'll just have to we want 3.5 or 3.75, half of 7.5, so 7.5 divided by 2. Okay, now we'll trim that out, trim that out. Now that was the wrong thing to trim there, obviously. Let's undo that last one because we need to extend first. Extend that out. Now we can trim that. And then we'll simply delete this line. And it just had the dimension tied to it, so we'll just have to redimension this line to this line. And it should see, we'll accept it. And then 3. And then smart dimension. And we'll accept that. Okay, so there we go. That's what that would look like. So let's hit the save button on this just in case. It's the part quiz cover, and we'll put that in the lessons 2016 spring. Okay, so that's the shape of that. So then we'll exit the sketch. We'll do a revolve of this, and we'll get the axis as that and accept it. Now, and you can see then we can go and do a cut of that, and you can see that it's dome shaped. It's got the shape all the way around it. So that's the shape you want to start. Okay, so that's the part you were having trouble with probably more than anything. So now we're going to go in and do another sketch. And we'll get the, actually we don't want the top plane, we want this plane right here, right? As our sketch. Okay, and we'll go in and do a look at that. Alright, so then we'll draw a circle. Dimension that wants to be a 1-inch diameter. And we want to go from this center to the origin. 3.63. Okay. That looks good. And basically that's all we need on there. We'll exit the sketch, do an extruded boss, and we'll flip the direction and go to surface. That one, that way they'll always be tied together. Okay, there's that. Then we'll go in and put a hole in there. And that's counterbore hole. And that has dimensions of, we'll show custom sizing. This diameter is 0.3125. Diameter of the counterbore is 0.5625. The depth of the counterbore is 0.0625. And we'll go, the end condition is through all. Then the position is on this plane. Right click out here, center point, hit that arc, and accept it. Okay. Now, the only other thing that we didn't talk about, and I showed yesterday in class, was the circular pattern. and it's asking me for the features, so I'm going to pick the counter bore and the boss. Then I need to go and find the axis of rotation, and that would be this cylindrical shape here. And I just need 6 of them, equally spaced. And I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah, I've got to do some work on this, but I'll go ahead and create that. But it looks like there might be, yeah, see, there's some on the inside there. So what I'm gonna have to do is go back to this original boss, edit the sketch, and I'll go in there and draw a line just anywhere in there, and then trim that out there. And if you wanted, you could go ahead and put a dimension on there from there to there. Doesn't matter, you don't have to have it there. And let's see what else we need. I'm a little bit concerned that I might need to dimension this center point. Yep. So I'll dimension and grab that. Yeah, I gotta find that. Let's go and look at it from the top. Well, I lost my smart dimension. There's that. That. 0. And now it's that's taken care of. I'll hit the exit sketch, and now we shouldn't see any on any of those because we fixed our original. So, and we'll save that. Okay, from there then we could do either one. We could go in and do this piece over on the right. So I guess I'd go to the front. Of course, I'm going to go and do a sketch again. I'm going to go and do the sketch. Click over here and get the front plane. And I'll do a look at the normal. Then we'll draw that shape. Let's see, looks like it's going to be something like this. And I did it again. Somehow I get a double click there. It's the old guy thing. Okay, now we'll draw another line down this way. Now what you might want to do here is do a section view, so you can zoom in there and make sure you get this correct. Now what I could do now is draw an arc in here. I don't want that, but I want something down here. Okay, so now we'll dimension some of this. I want to get this relative to this edge, if I can get it. 1.8231, and we'll go in there and make that 4 decimal places. Okay, and now let's see if we can move that center point. We still can, so we'll go ahead and smart dimension from the origin to there, 0, and we'll excuse me, make this, that is let's just make it 3.8 times 2, so it's inside this or outside this one, but inside that one. And let's zoom in here now, and we'll drag this line down that way, and we'll trim this out, trim that out, and trim that out. Okay, so then we've got that all taken care of. So now we just need a dimension, and according to the drawing, from this edge here to that edge there, oops, I missed it. There we go. That is 1.875. What's going on there? So let's see if we can take this up a little bit more. Let's try it again. .875. It's showing it's too high. What? Let's see now. This interesting. Well, let me take that dimension out. Double click this one. Go 1.875. That's what it is. I got to extend this out some more. See, this needs to move in. And honestly, I don't need to put a dimension on that as long as it stays inside there. And we'll do a smart dimension from the center to there. And that should be how much? 3.125. Okay. And we could add a relationship to that to put it on this, but it really isn't necessary. And then I guess I'm going to go ahead and finish that up. Finish the sketch. Okay, and we want to go extrude the boss, and we want to go midpoint, mid-plane. Thickness of that is 0.625. We'll accept that. Okay, there's that. Now we'll put in a fillet, and that fillet needs to be a radius of 0.375. And we'll just put that right here. And of course we'll hit save again. And let's see, then after that we'll go ahead and put that threaded hole in there. Hole wizard, it's threaded. And it's a 3/816. Goes through all. It is a 2B, everything's good there. We'll go position. I'm going to go on this plane, move off of there, hit the center point, and we'll snap to the center of that. Accept it. And as I showed you the other day in your videos, I need to go Tools, Options, Document Properties, Detail, Shaded Cosmetic Threads. And you can see the threads now. So I'll hit Save. And that's done. Okay, then we'll go in. We want to create that boss over here. To do that, we'll see. We're going to create a. Now, personally, I want to create a plane that is relative to this plane. Need to flip the direction. Let's see, flip that, and I want it to be 2.125. Accept that, and we'll do a sketch on that plane. Then I'll go in and do a look at that top, and I'll draw a circle. just draw one there, another one there, nothing fancy. Okay, and I'll draw from this circle to that circle. In the chain, draw another one from this circle to that circle. Okay, let me zoom in on that. Now we do have a tangent between those two. Got a tangent between those two. We do not on that. And we do not on that. So let's add a relation between this line and this arc. Tangent. Clear the selections. This line and that circle. Tangent. And that's it. Okay, so we're good there. So we can trim this out, that out. And we can dimension then. So from the origin here, the origin there, 0. Let's see from the, what do we have from the dimension from the center? Yeah. From center to there, 1.625. And then from this center point to this center point, oops, missed it. Oh, I got out of my dimension. And that should be 0.75. This radius is 0.5. This radius is 0.5. Okay, and then I think we let's see, let's note, oh, it says it's fully defined. So we're good on that. So okay, so yeah, that's all we need. Exit the sketch, extrude, and we'll go up to surface, pick that one, we're good there, and we'll just hide that, save again. Okay, and we'll put another sketch plane on this face, and let's see if we can't do an offset. And really what I wanted on that was, let's do that offset, and let's hit select chain. I would have thought it would have given me that. I was hoping it would. So, and we'll put we don't need a smart dimension that, but that's why I really wanted it to be a chain. We want that to be 0.5 minus 0.31. 0.5 minus 0.31. Oh, you know what? That's not right. Duh. Let's do this. Let's take these dimensions out. Thinking in the long run would be easier. Should probably just draw on those as arcs and not worried about it. I'll put in a smart dimension. 0.31. 0.31. I definitely should have, because then I would have been centered. And we'll go, actually I'm just going to add relation between this arc and this arc, and we want those to be concentric. Repeat that command. This arc and that arc. Whoops, got too many. Clear all the selections. Here and there. Concentric. We'll clear all the selections. And let's see what else do we want there. How about if we pick this line? Whoops, missed it. There we go. Horizontal. Let's see, what else do we need? Those are concentric. I guess we're going to need one more. Horizontal there. We must not have our tangencies, so let's get some tangencies in there. Clear the selections. Oh crap. Tangent. Okay, now we're fully defined. Exit the sketch. Extrude cut. It knows to pick that. We only want to go 0.375. Go ahead and cut that out. Okay. Then we can go in, and I guess I'll save. Go in there and create a sketch on this face. Draw another circle. Oh, and yeah, we'll just go with this. Yeah, let's not. I'm going to show you something new. We can. Yeah, I didn't expect you could have still done that. Well, no, I'll go ahead and continue with this. In chain, and now we'll go ahead and add some relations here and there. Tangent. Clear the selections here. Whoops. Clear the selection. There, there, tangent, clear the selections, there, tangent, clear the selections. The only thing you have to be careful of here now is sometimes, and it looks like I'm in that spot right now, this has to go all the way to the end and extend, and we'll find that out here real quick. If I go in there and can't get that to trim, then they wouldn't be extended, and I'd have to extend these lines out. Let's see, then we'll add a relation between this arc and any of these arcs, and we'll go concentric. Right click, change that. We'll go to this one, concentric. Okay, and then we'll go with a dimension, 0.19. Okay. Exit this sketch. Extrude cut, and on that one now we're going to go up to surface. Could actually probably do up to next. There you go. Wouldn't have to go pick it, and it's cutting through there. Okay, and hit the save button. Oh, and then we've got one hole over here still. So to do that, we'd have to go ahead and create some reference plane, and we can pick this face. Second reference, we'll pick this face here, and that makes it 90 degrees. Okay, and now we'll go in there and create a hole. And we want now, and I didn't dimension that, so I apologize for that. What we wanted was 1/4 threaded, but I would accept any kind of hole you put in there. And it only needs to go, let's try up to next. Okay, and I guess that's about it. We'll go, here's that. Whoops, let's see here, go there, come down here. And I missed my dimension because I didn't get off of the hole when I hit the right click. So what we're going to do is go here, and now we'll go back to position, right click, smart dimension, from there to there, and that dimension is 0.625. And now let's, and you could actually go to the left side there. Okay, and then make sure we go, let's say from this edge here. ½ inch, we accept that. And we'll accept it. And there's that. Goes through to that surface, which we used up to next. Okay, and so we got that. And save again. And that's the end of drawing this part. Now, originally I would have liked to have seen some fillets on there, but I didn't call for them. I didn't put that as a note, so that's as far as we would need to go.